Good afternoon, class. This is Mr. Strom. I'm going to show you how to complete Part 5 on Activity 7.1. First off, I'm going to go to Inventor, open a new part, start a new 2D sketch, go to Plane XY. I'm going to select the rectangle command. What we're going to do, we're going to make this rectangle 2 inches wide by 3.25 inches tall. Hit enter. I'll zoom out so you can see it. So our height is 3¼ inches tall. Our width is 2 inches. This is going to give us the profile of the block, and we are using the subtraction method. I'm going to extrude this part. We're going to extrude this part to 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches we extruded this block. Our next step, we're going to start a sketch on the right face, so the thinner face of our cube. I am now going to select the rectangle command, start up in the far left corner, make sure that little green dot shows up, or the bigger black dot. And what we're going to do is we're going to subtract this material. So we're going to subtract 1 inch, so make your width 1, and our height is going to be we're just going to type in 3.25 divided by, not divided by, subtract 0.5. That's going to give us our height of 2.75 and our width of 1 inch. The next step, we're going to extrude this block, but we're going to extrude cut. So it's the second option in your vertical commands here under extrude, and instead of distance, we're just going to go through all. So make sure that this whole box is purple and we get all of our material removed. We're going to hit OK. Our next step will be to create a 2D sketch on our front face. After we start our new 2D sketch on our front face, what we're going to do is click the rectangle command. We're going to start from the upper left hand corner. Make sure you see that green dot or the larger black one. What we're going to do is we're going to take off 1/2 inch. So our width at the bottom that's lit up blue, we're going to change that to 0.5. We're going to hit tab. Our height is going to be the 2.75. Go ahead and hit enter. Our next step, we're going to stay in the rectangle command and start from our right side. So it's going to be the exact same dimensions. Our width is 0.5, our height is 2.75, and go ahead and hit enter. So you have 2 of these rectangles on the outside. Our next step will be to extrude those, but we're going to extrude cut. So make sure you have your cut selected. And what happens is we need to select the profiles. So we're going to go ahead and click those 2 rectangles on the outside. In this case, the distance of 1.5 will get all the way through our part, which is what we want. We'll hit OK. Our next step, we're going to start a 2D sketch again on our front face of this long rectangle. Okay, our next step after we've created a sketch again on our front face, our long rectangle, we're going to hit construction line under format on the upper right by the finished sketch. we're going to select Project Geometry and click our front face of our long rectangle. Our next step is to take off Construction Line. We're going to go under Circle and hit the little triangle under Circle so we can have more options. We're going to select Tangent to 3 lines. From that, we're going to select our vertical line, our horizontal top line, and our other side vertical line, and it's going to give us a circle in the middle here. After we have this circle, we're going to go back up to our circle command, hit the little triangle, and we're going to go circle center point. So just our normal circle. Click the center point of the circle we've just made, and our second diameter is going to be 0.5. So you see that we have 2 circles on the front face of our long rectangle. Okay, our next step after we've created our second circle, we're going to go up to Extrude, and we're going to extrude in between our larger circle and our 0.5 circle. So notice there's a hole in the middle here. You're going to select your symmetric option. So what that's doing is it's splitting our circle on both sides of this face. And what we're going to change our distance to, instead of 1.5 inches, we're going to make this 0.5. Excuse me, we're going to make it 1. Sorry, make it 1 inch. And you can hit OK. So, it didn't do much to the back side because obviously there's already a piece of material there, but it did bring it out 1/2 inch, which is what we want. Alright, after we've extruded our circle symmetric 1 inch, we're going to start a new sketch, and we're going to click the little triangle piece, if you will, up next to our circles. From that point, you're going to select Project Geometry and grab those 2 triangles on each side of our circle. Once you've done this, you will then go to Extrude, and we're going to cut. And you do need to select your 2 profiles. So we're going to click those 2 corner pieces. And as long as it's all the way through our piece, in this case it's distance, we can also just click all, and it'll just make sure to get around those little pieces. You're going to hit OK. So far we're looking pretty good. What we need to complete, we need to grab and punch out a circle in here. So what I would do is I'm going to go up to Start Sketch, click the inner circle, we're going to click Project Geometry, select that so it lights up yellow, pink, whatever color you want. We'll go back to Extrude, and instead of extruding out, we're going to cut, change our distance to all, hit OK, and there you go. We have our circle in the middle. Our next step in our process, I'm going to start a 2D sketch, click the top face of our base. From here, we're going to turn on our construction line under Format, go to Project Geometry, we're going to project this base, and also the very front of our circle. So you see there are the front of our line of our circle and our base. We're going to hit Finish Sketch. Excuse me. We're going to hit Undo. So we're going to still be in our sketch that we just created. We just projected this bottom plate. We've just projected the front side of our circle. Next, we're going to go down to our bottom and hit Slice Graphics. Now, we're going to select Point under Create and put a point on each side of our line. So make sure they turn green or they turn to that larger bubble, black bubble. Now we can hit Finish Sketch. We're going to click the whole command, and as you can see, it selected the 2 points that we have. We need to change the 0.25 to 0.5. So they're going to be 1/2 inch. We'll hit OK. So now we have those 2 circles and our circle in the back. Our next step being, we're going to hit the Phillip Tool. Open up the little drop down. We're going to select this edge and our other vertical edge. Alright, we're going to change the 1.25 to 0.25. We'll click OK, apply, whatever you want to. So we have our 2 fillets. And our last step, we're going to click Fillet again. We're going to click the inside, our bottom line here on our vertical piece and change that to 0.5. And you can hit OK or apply or enter should work. And there you are. We have part number 5. Go ahead and make sure you save it. So File, Save As. I'm going to change this to part 5. I'm going to hit Save. And we should be good to go. Remember, you're going to have to dimension these and turn them into the LMS PLTW website. If you have any questions, email me. Thank you very much.